4 in the series Spring Clean, Deep Clean My Entire House. This series is taking a whole lot longer than I ever anticipated. And honestly, I'm just so overwhelmed and scatterbrained that I don't know what I'm doing at the moment. So, for some reason, I'm fixated on cleaning my children's room. And I feel like if I can get this area done, that maybe I can get started on what I was originally doing. I do apologize for the inconvenience and the overly drawn out time of getting this up. Quick backstory, if you're new here, we are living in a fixer-upper. We have been trying to fix this house up for a while now. The kids are sharing a room at the moment, but the end goal is to eventually have them separated in their own spaces, and it'll be a little better. In this episode, we will be cleaning my children's bedroom. And right now, it is a disaster. They have taken full advantage of not having to clean their room because mommy has been sick, overwhelmed, distracted, and just not coming in this area other than at nighttime to put them to bed. So, it needs to be completely done. I'm sure, like the rest of my videos, this will be stretched over an amount of many days. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, I hope, because I'm really hoping to see one soon. I need to get this house finished, but we shall see. So y'all enjoy the ride and continue to follow. Okay, so this is what we are working with in the kids' rooms, guys. It's very bad. Those clothes are actually clean. Those clothes are actually clean. The clothes in the baskets are dirty. Daughter's dresser, my son's dresser. I am going to redo this. It needs to be sanded and restained. I don't like that color. So, there's a lot in here. I don't have anything up on the walls yet. Nothing, because I'm so indecisive with the way I want their stuff set up. Hopefully, I will get something figured out today of what I might want this room to look like. I'm gonna get on Pinterest and look at a few pictures and see if I can get some ideas. But okay, let's get started. I know I do voiceovers quite a bit, and I also play quite a bit of music, but honestly, it's because if I didn't, you wouldn't be able to hear anything, and your eardrums would probably bust from the amount of times my children scream and throw tantrums. So it's a lot easier for me to just speed up the videos and talk over them, or simply play the music. That way y'all can actually focus on the video. You'll see me talking here in a minute, and it's because my sister-in-law walked in while I was cleaning, and she's trying to help me keep my sanity while I'm dealing with the 3 kids throwing tantrums and clean up at the same time. It was very hectic this day, and I had started this before nap time, which was not a good idea. They were way too fussy. So I eventually had to just kind of stop what I was doing and focus on getting them to sleep and then pick back up. So that's what you'll see here in a second. do not pay any attention to this dresser. I know that I mentioned earlier that I was going to redo this, and as you can see right there, that is exactly why. It is so scratched up and in such bad shape as far as the paint goes, because it's been handed down and used an enormous amount of times. So I'm eventually going to sand that and probably restain it to match the stain that I want to go on the baby bed. It'll all match. Alright, so I got the blanket box out of the way and quickly realized how much stuff had accumulated under my daughter's bed. She had been throwing so much stuff under there, it's not even funny. So I quickly picked up the books and the toys out of the floor and swept it all up to make this area clean, because this area is now going to be their bookshelf and their shoes, like where I can store all of their shoes at. They had so many shoes, it's not even funny, and they each got 3 baskets that I put on their white shelf, which y'all seen earlier. Now I'm getting the toys and moving all of those into the now toy room. That way I can fit all 3 kids in this bedroom. And yes, I did say all 3, because right now, like I said, we are living in a fixer-upper. They will eventually all have their own rooms, but for right now, there's just not enough space for them to have their own room. And since they're so little, it actually works out perfectly. They love each other and they love spending time with each other, so that really helped out this mama, that is for sure. So we are about to move in the baby crib here. That way, William can now sleep in this. He was sleeping in the pack and play at the foot of mine and Ethan's bed, but I think he's big enough now that he can actually stay in this. And let me tell you, his brothers and sisters are so excited about him sleeping in the room with them, because they just absolutely adore him, which I think is the sweetest thing ever. So I had to put it all back together, and this is also the crib that I was talking about will be sanded and restained to match the dresser. Okay, I have finally made it to my last big pile of stuff in the kids' room now. I had been piling pretty much everything that needed to stay in the bedroom but needed to be out of the floor onto Aaliyah's bed, and now I have to address this area. Luckily, it's just blankets and shoes and some clothes, so nothing too crazy that I have to go through.
First, I'm going to get all the blankets sorted and put away. Each kid has their own basket where I put their like throw blankets and sheets and just extra little blankets because our family is obsessed with those. I put all of those away, and then I started hanging up her clothes that I had left out. She loves dresses. She loves being able to see them, so I make sure I put all of those up on the hangers so she can choose which ones she wants to wear for the day. Once I got all that taken care of, I'm also going to address all of the shoes because, like I told y'all earlier, they have a ton of shoes. Levi will have more shoes than pretty much anybody because all of his shoes are going to be passed down to William, so I'm not going to be getting rid of any of his shoes, which I'm honestly okay with. Most of them are just play shoes and then a couple dress shoes. Aaliyah has a bunch of house shoes, so I had to put them in their own box, and then her everyday shoes with her boots. Now we're gonna strip her bed and start making it, but first I found more stuff underneath her mattress. I don't know how this child fit so much underneath that bed, but it was ridiculous. So I had to get a flashlight so I could see everything and clean that up first.